What's up? What's up? Can we do this in 18 minutes? I believe.
Okay, I gotta mute the stream.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Overload of Scardor.
yeah, two Scardors is just one too many.
Yeah, just keep yourself safe, dude. Yeah. Okay, so it's just phase one.
Yep.
All right. Well, the main thing I'm gonna look at is like, are you dashing properly through the lasers? Right. That's
Can I dash with the lasers?
Well, I guess we finished our review. Yeah, the torrent. You can use torrent to dash through the laser. Yeah,
Oh, well,
it works as a
so step
teleport.
one, learn how to do that, I guess.
Yeah. So the best place to do that is when the laser is perfectly vertical, like in a cross shape.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you have the minimal amount of like side hitbox from the laser.
Yep.
So like dashing at that point would be the optimal point. That's when any mage would do it as well. But mages, I think, have, well, depending on which mage it is, have less horizontal range, and I think the torrent is pretty good. So what that,
See,
yeah.
I've tried that. So torrent is this, from what I can tell, is a weird like hybrid between a dash and a teleport,
Mm-hmm.
where like the your character's hitbox gets extended at both the beginning and the end location. So I think there is a small section where like you can actually pass through it, but the window is so tight. It's every time I've tried it, like 9 out of the 10 times I've tried it, I've just died.
It's possible that you have to be pretty close to the laser before using it, and then if it jitters, it nicks you. Mom, you've tried this, right, on Lotus?
Hmm?
You've tried this, right, on Lotus, that you use torrent to go through
Yeah,
the laser?
yeah. Everything good.
But you have to be pretty close to the laser, right?
Ja, je moet er doorheen komen, nee, maar...
Yeah.
Nee, maar je toren zit vaak ver, hoor.
Oh,
Well, my mom said torrent goes pretty far and that she had no problem doing it. Another thing
weird.
is get your knockback resistance Mihal skill on this, because you're gonna
Yeah.
get knocked by those little dudes and they're gonna fuck you into the laser. That's inevitable.
Funny, funny you should mention that. Give it another life or two. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing you are doing. Like so one thing you can do is move towards the robots to make sure that they explode, and then just walk away from them, and then their explosion doesn't. Then they'll die, but they won't affect you with their little thing, right? You won't get sealed, slowed, whatever, reversed. So
Yeah.
that's the thing you can do. And that's the thing that you will be doing with Lotus as well in phase 2 and 3 is you can move towards him to kind of like to trigger his attack and then move away from him again. And by using that mechanic at the right time, you can make it so that you're in a more safe spot after the attack, because his attacks are quite long. And same with
Mm-hmm.
these robots, like after they've exploded, it takes a while for them to respawn. Sometimes they respawn immediately and sometimes even two at once, but that's more like a ping thing. But yeah, dashing through the laser should definitely be something you can try in practice mode. Just make sure the laser is absolutely vertical and then dash through and see what the safe spot is. It was actually possible as well to do that with oh, I see the laser speeding up now. Yeah, and that's when things start getting hairy, right? Because
Oh
you
yeah.
get the robots really messing with you. And I think if you have more of a control of the boss fight by staying in the middle and the bottom, your macro will be going off a lot more, and then the extra arrows flying around from your macro will have an easier time hitting the duders. Are you using your bird in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I use the tornado to clear one side on cooldown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to have the bird out to use the tornado, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you have to walk around, there's just so many stuff that. So there's also two things. There's two times where you can switch over to the other side. So right here, like if you walk into the thing now here,
Mm-hmm.
look, you show up here, and then you can just start being at the bottom again.
Yeah.
And being at the bottom is safer, right? Because if you're up top,
True.
the laser is about to come, and the robots are about to come, and something drops from the top. It's like you could get fucked. But if you're here, you're pretty much always safe because there's a lot of more wiggle room than on this little platform. So this is what I call like an early teleport. If you could do an early one, that's advisable. I would
Okay.
typically do late teleports if the laser's speeding up. That seems a little bit, because then if there's a little bit teleport here and it takes a while and this laser is coming down with with like a windmill fury gale force 10, then that's going to slap you and then kill you. But on a slow laser, I would always just transfer as soon as possible so you can stay on the bottom, keep attacking, that kind of stuff.
That makes sense.
Like right now, right? This guy hitting you
Mhm.
here, that could have been fatal. If that was like a half a second later, that could have been tricky. And here as well, you see the danger, right? In down jumping,
Yep.
getting hit, like you get very close to the laser there. So Mihai Link skill definitely, and practicing on dodging through the laser, I think will make this infinitely easier. Yeah. And then it's about see here, there was your spacing was very good there, because you saw the robots, and like you killed it even though it was really close to you, but then you moved away from it, from the explosion, and just far enough to not get hit by the weird effect.
Yeah. Do the bottom teleports ever actually work, or are they only like destination?
Yeah, they're only destination. That's what killed me like the first times as well, because I thought like, oh, I could just use these ones. Like, no, that's they're only there. Yeah, I see exactly. And again, the robot's like fucking with you here. I think the combination of the Mihal knockback link skill and the teleporting through the laser, once you get that down, my mom said that she found it pretty doable. So
Okay.
yeah, just play
I'll
around
just
with it.
need to practice it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the third fifth job skill came out for Buccaneer. You know, they got like that dash thing as well, right? Which is kind of seems like a torrent, but it also goes diagonal, and they also like save up charges for it. It's very similar. That one was also able to teleport through this, except it's so frustrating. Oh god. I can feel like all of the early attempts with the long Lotus runs for myself coming back. Oh god, yeah, that frustration. Because even with the Mihai link, you might have some sub 100% coverage, so even then it can be a bit tricky, where you have to be like, oh, I have to rebuff it soon, and also rebuffing it takes a little bit of a time. It has a longer timer on it. Oh, now the laser switches. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the beauty of 2.5D platforms, dude. Like, it sticks out till here, but this part is completely completely see-through. So you're like, oh, I'll just walk off of this platform and just land on this one. It's like, nope. Into the laser you go. Oh, man. Because there's some jump quests in this area that have, like, these same platforms, and you're like, what do I aim for? Do I aim for this? Do I aim for that? Do I aim, like, in between? Like, like either be a 2D game or be a 3D game. Like, don't do this. But yeah, the main thing that happens is if you don't have buff freezers, that you start like snowballing out of control once you die one time, and then even if you have the resistance link, you got to start rebuffing. And another thing is, if you don't have the knockback resistance, you can get like knocked to the side out of an up jump. That can also happen. And up jumps without knockback resistance are just bad. They're just AIDS.
Man, these portals.
Yeah, the portal. You're not having any big portal delay. That's a good thing. But switched here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
well, luckily I have NA ping, so it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Yeah, as you have longer runs, though, you're more likely to have faster lasers and stuff, or like more likely that it happens at least once during the run.
Well, good news is I do have a level 140 Mihal, so I do have the level 2 link.
Okay, that's pretty good already. Yeah. And if you have some buff duration, that extends it quite a bit as well. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you almost got knocked into it. Do it again. Yeah, because when you have the no knockback resistance, you always have to stand like in the middle between the two lasers, right? There's a lot less wiggle room for you. But if you do have the knockback resistance, then you can be a little bit more in front, a little bit more in the back. You typically want to be close to the middle because it can still jitter. It doesn't do it as much for you, I see, but like right there, that was a little jitter, right? Where it goes like a little bit front, a little bit back. And if you're standing too close to it, especially if it's sped up and it does that, sometimes it just moves like a whole inch and then back, and you're like, well, rip me, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, here you iframe because it's speeding up. And then how long is that iframe? Like, can you use that to finish off the laser here?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, and I think here going for a torrent to go up instead would have been better, right?
Yep.
Like if you're here, like here you can already torrent up. Because once the laser goes this fast, actually using the ladder just slows you down a lot. What I sometimes do is, if the laser is up this part and I am kind of forced to switch, is I will go here, I'll go over to this side, and then at this point I will just move to the left and up jump, and then just land here. But again,
Okay.
if you don't have the knockback resistance, then anything falling here or anything falling there will just do like boop, and like either push you back into that laser or push you forward into the previous one. So
Gotcha.
it's just a high risk. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that last one was just panic because I was so close to finally phasing him.
Yeah, I could tell you were like, oh, I could just hear it clear it. There's like, oh, it's not enough. Oh shit, I got to do another. Yeah. It was pretty close though. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully with more people, if as you get to do phase 1 more reliably and then start with phase 2. So the advice I would give to phase 2 is that sometimes you want to like move a little bit closer to him to kind of like trigger out his like push attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you see the animation, it'll be like some purple stuff behind him and he's going for it. All you got to do is just move a little bit away and the attack will just completely miss you because he tries to do it as soon as you're like within pixel perfect range. So as long as you move 1 pixel out, he just misses. So you can use that to kind of slow him down and kind of control his movement more so that you can, like, if there's a platform on the left that is safe for you, but he's on the right, you can just wait on the right side to trigger out 1 more attack and then wait until he stays definitely on the right side and then move over to the left and stay on the platform. And then by the time he gets to you, the laser will already be gone and there'll be no danger anymore. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And you always have the if you have stacked up torrents, then you can also use that to stay up in the air. Say that something really bad does happen, platform does break, maybe in a team fight, people get pushed underneath the platform and the platforms do break. Then like a double up, your up jump plus a bunch of torrents should keep you up in the air enough.
It does.
Yeah, so try to avoid using your torrent if you don't have to for mobility so that you can have it as a escape button.
In our trios, I'm not going to name names, but both the Kana and the hero don't necessarily care about platforms. So.
Some people tend to iframe, and you're kind of like, bro, hey, what about me?
No.
Yeah, but it does happen. Like you get pushed back at the wrong time, and then you get like exactly on the spot, like in the middle between 2 platforms, right? And then you get hit by both, and then
yeah. Let's see, this week's run, 2 of the 3 of us failed out, actually in phase 3. How often does Lotus just drop 1 platform and 3 demos on the same spot?
Normal? That's like a very rare thing. That's like once every 5 or 6 runs or something. Like 3 demos is actually very rare. I don't like 1 or 2. I've seen that before. Over the same platform, that's probably even more rare. That's probably like 1 every 10 runs or something. Yeah, that's a high exception. That's what you save, torrents and iframes for in case that ever happens. But yeah, if that happens on your last life and your iframe's already down, then yeah. RNG, baby. That's why Lotus is so much more fickle because it only has 5 lives versus Damien's 10. It's way less forgiving.
All right, well, cool. I got some stuff to practice. I need to figure out what I'm going to replace for the Mihal link. And should be an easy run this week.
Yeah, I don't know if you have the maybe the Kana link or something.
It's at within the first minute. Like I at least have it up on the screen.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, you could definitely take off Bravado. You got 97 visual IED. You don't need Bravado at all.
Yeah, so there's a fun story about that 97.
Is that IED familiars?
Too. Nope. I don't have any familiars. I got the Absa weapon this week and tiered it to legendary, and that was the first useful potential. So I think it's 2 lines of IED, 1 line of attack. It's like 65% IED or something. So,
nice. Well, I mean that takes care of your IED problems. Yeah, you can definitely get rid of Bravado then.
Yeah.
That's because it like visually increases your range, but it doesn't apply because it only applies to non-boss monsters. So.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, it does apply to boss monsters, but it only applies when something is full health, and a boss is like full health only for 1 hit and is non-full hit like 99.99% of the time. So.
Gotcha.
After that.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So your damage range isn't actually like your objective damage range that then gets changed to either hitting bosses or hitting or hitting normal monsters, your damage range visually is your damage to normal monsters. So it's already multiplied by certain factors before even knowing if the thing you're going to be attacking is a boss or not. So it can also go down again if it hits the boss. Yeah. So yeah, your damage range is not your true damage range. Your IED is only your visual, and yeah, everything. Nothing is what it seems. Welcome to Maple Story.
All right, well, this has been immensely helpful. Thank you for taking the time out to watch the scuffed ass run.
Yeah, I mean, no problem. You you donated for it, so I'm glad to do it. Yeah, I'm hopefully that can help you out and get you a lot of like pressure off of your phase 1. And when everyone else is panicking and running around, you can be like, guys, just dash through the laser, bro. One thing you can try to maybe make it easier. Mom, do you stand still torrent or do you jump torrent to teleport through the laser? Do you just stand still?
Wie stand still, ja.
Oh, stand still. Okay. Because I know with my when my arc, when I do it, I have to jump and do the dash for it to work. Otherwise, it fails. So maybe that's like an option. But for my mom, it works. So, and she got EU ping and
Je moet alleen uitkijken dat je niet te ver uitkomt.
yeah. But that's why I said like do it when it's across, so that even if you go too far, the laser isn't there yet.
Ja.
But if the laser speeds up, it's better to do it a little bit early than to do it a little bit late, because you might end up too far and then hit the next laser already. No, the ID is persistent emo, but the damage number isn't.
Niet mijn keyboard.
The cat is killing my mom's keyboard right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, because so sometimes we're like AFK in the banquet hall, and then the cat will just like walk over the keyboard sometimes and like make you get up off of the chair, and then you don't get your AFK points. Like this cat just doesn't care about keyboards; just walks over it, like the stereotypical cat on the piano. Like, all right, let's get ready for flag race, I guess. Good luck,
You as well.
and I'll see you in chat. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, love you.
That's okay. That's a weird thing to say. Bye.
Bye.